Hey guys, it's Oaks. Welcome to the channel and thank you for watching. Unless you've been living under a big rock, you might know by now that Spanish clubs, Real Madrid and Barcelona are trying to buy the entire Chelsea team. That tells you how successful we've been and how jealous people are of us. But this time, it looks like people are celebrating because the news that came out from Fabrizio Romano is that Marcos Alonso being monitored by Barcelona. He's one of the three candidates that they are considering to go for. So, man, don't celebrate too quickly because every single summer for years now, we celebrate Marcos Alonso's departure, and he never went. You know, Juventus, Atleti, Roma, Inter, you name it. Every single window, we have the same problem. So I'm going to believe only when I see it. So before anything, I wanted to talk about certain players, right? With all the respect that I have toward Marcos Alonso, Jorginho Frello, and to a certain extent, Kovacic, I'm going to have to tell the truth. And I know the truth is not good for business, and the truth can really hurt certain people. But we have to tell it regardless. So we have a lot of one-dimensional players at Chelsea Football Club. Moment players, okay? He got his moment. On his day, he can do this and that. Okay? He can only defend. Or he can only attack. Or he can only pass the ball when he's protected by somebody. Always one-dimensional. And in a team, in a football team, if you want to really grow to the level of Man City, Liverpool, you need all-around players. What I mean by all-around players is a player that can do pretty much everything, not in 100%, but if he has to tackle, he needs to do it the right time. If he needs to score, need to do it. Like all-around players who can give you something, who can also protect each other instead of some people protecting some players in order for them to perform, if that makes sense. Don't get me wrong, we won pretty much everything. With Jorginho, Kovacic, Marcos Alonso, people like that. We won everything. But listen, for long-term success in the team, I don't think we can go any further because they got found out. People know how they play, how they take their penalties, how their game is limited, so they know how to cope with them. It's okay. New manager bounce, boom. You are world class, but after 6 months, you got figured out. People know how to cope with you, and then you are just an average player. You know what I mean? But not all dead wood are created equal. You know what I mean? Certain one-dimensional players are better than others. And let me tell you that, because somebody like Kovacic, you might say, listen, man, he's one-dimensional in terms of he only dribbles, he only beat the pressure, he only help in the midfield, he's a monster there. The final third is an issue, shooting is an issue, scoring is an issue, the end product is there. But what he does is so good that you say, he's different regardless. Let's keep him, right? But for people like Alonso or Jorginho to a certain extent, if there is nobody to sacrifice their own positions to come and help them, they can't function. Okay, they can't function. You can just put a man on them and then you take them out of the game completely. But with all due respect, they want us everything, but the truth needs to be said. Okay, so this is the news here from Fabrizio Romano about Marcos Alonso. Barcelona are working on Marcos Alonso as new candidate for left-back position. He's one of the 3 or 4 options on the list now considered by the board. But the problem is there are many of them. So if they find a better one, I'm afraid they are not going to go for Marcos Alonso unless if Alonso is cheap or we let him go on free or something. But it's going to be very, very difficult. So don't celebrate too quickly, too soon, because you might be disappointed. You might be very, very disappointed by this news here, my friend. So let me just read some of your comments here. Somebody is celebrating already some good news. It means nothing. You can say whatever you want. It doesn't mean anything. People are, in general, rarely celebrating this Alonso departure. But, yeah, at long last. It's not the last. It's not over yet. Yeah, we have a very big deal of respect toward Alonso. But, man, listen. We are using them because lack of better options. Because people will tell you, oh, he's the best in the world. Yes, because you watch highlight. You don't watch the entire game. Somebody like Alonso, right? He will score a goal. He will score a free kick. He will score whatever. All kind of goals here and there. And then he's going to leave you vulnerable. Remember against Real Madrid, nobody want to talk about it. But he was jogging. Against Manchester United, he was jogging. Ronaldo was there. He doesn't mark. He doesn't have the pace or whatever. So what the point of you score a goal and concede 3? It doesn't make sense to anybody? Or somebody need to work very hard at the back in order for you or your goal to make an impact in the team. So in general here, as you can tell, people are celebrating, but don't celebrate too quickly because you might be very disappointed about this news. And listen, also they're still working on Azpilicueta, that according to Spanish media, they're still working on Azpilicueta situation. They haven't given up yet because Azpi, we just renewed, we took the option, 1-year option, but it doesn't mean anything. If Azpi today decide to go and he ask for the board and say, you know what, I've done everything here, I've won everything, I want to try something different before my retirement, let me go, nobody is going to stand on Azpilicueta's way. Mark my word right now. So we might lose the entire defense to Barcelona and Real Madrid. Very, very sad indeed. So talking about losing more players to Spanish teams, let's go here and talk about Reece James. Okay, so according to Angelo, who is a very good journalist in Italy, he said that for sure Reece James wants 100% staying at the club and have a long contract. Yeah, still 3 years. In summer it's gonna be 2 years. That is not long anymore, because before he renews you have to offer him a package, like a big package, or he might have to think twice if Real Madrid are knocking the door. And that is the dirty work that Real Madrid, Barcelona, Juventus, Bayern Munich, they play those dirty tricks. They're gonna go to the agent and say, listen, don't sign a new contract because we're gonna offer you this and that so we can get the player cheap and you're gonna have a big bonus. So I am not going to jump to the bandwagon or Reece James not going anywhere. It's never ever say never in football. We said never about Rudiger. Rudiger is gone. We said never about Andreas Christensen, academy product through and through. He's gone. We said never about Eden Hazard or whatever. Never say never in life. The end of the day, it's all business. The player is going to make a decision for his own life and his family. He doesn't care what you and me think from our houses. Okay? Time for people to start thinking outside the box. Reece James is a Chelsea through and through. He would like to be a captain of Chelsea. All the good narrative that's going on social media means nothing the end of the day. If the new owners are ambitious enough, the first thing to do is to give Thomas Tuchel a brand new contract at Chelsea Football Club. Second of all, start working on certain contract renewal, like Mason Mount, Reece James, people like that. From the academy also we have like Harvey Vale. We have so many young kids that only have like 2 years left on their current contract. We need to tie them to long-term contract and start building from those young kids. And if we need somebody on the market, we go boom, we got just the missing piece, and other positions need to be from the academy or the loan army. Okay, people, it is what it is. Let me know what you think about this Marcos Alonso situation. Do you believe that he's going to Barcelona, or you think this is just paper talk and it might not even happen? Let's keep the conversation going. God bless and see you next time.